Hola, 'tis I, Alicia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm recording this January 8th, 8:39 p.m. So I have not had a chance to watch the Anderson Cooper interview with Harold. I did catch the ITV one somehow through luck on YouTube somewhere. Uh, some strange things have come up, things that they're not they didn't accuse the royal family of being the R word, that, this is all about just trying to get them to communicate with them. And gosh, just such a train wreck, right? And so, first, I wanted to look in since now it's going to be like we'll have Anderson Cooper, and I think Harold might be going on Colbert. I don't know, not like I'm watching Colbert. And I'm recording Anderson Cooper only just because I didn't know if I'd see ITV, but it's all kind of scripted. It's not like anything's come out in those things that we didn't see through the leaks of the book. But let's hop in. Let's switch on over and let's see. Now that it's kind of all out there, it's kind of all out there. How in the world is Harold feeling? Is he just elated? Is he exhausted? Is he at peace? He's gotten everything off of his chest, supposedly, right? He's just let it all hang out. It doesn't seem that American audiences are in his favor. It has done nothing for Americans to be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so on your side, Harold." Doesn't seem to be hitting that way here. I don't think it's hitting with any big fans over in the UK. So I don't know. So I wonder if Harold apparently does go online, contrary to what we were led to believe. So I'm sure he's seeing that this is not going over well. So, how is Harold doing? What is he thinking about next? What's just happening up at the Olive Garden in Montecito? And again, it's all alleged for entertainment purposes. It's a tarot card reading. So, there we go. Oh, secret lovers. Okay, okay. Oh, dear Lord. Now, if you didn't catch our dueling tarot from Friday night, we did dig into a little bit of the crazy pants things brought up about the medium on the dial on the phone, speed dial. I was joking about that then. Do we even have speed dial anymore? I don't know. Um, so it looks like we might be consulting the medium again. Hey, you know, go for it. But what we were getting in that, it was not good. I did think it was interesting though. I think, gosh, I don't even know where that came out, where they were talking about that um, Harold was going over a lot of things in relation to his mom's passing um, in order to make himself upset. And that's something I'd seen when we were doing dueling tarot. Like it's just an obsession. So interesting that that got confirmed. Um, So there's an overriding concern here that we've perhaps gone too far, made the monarchy uber mad, that this could lead to complete and total disaster. Um, there's this idea, did I do enough? Did I do too much? Um, Even though I think he was trying to come across as confident, um, I don't know that that's what's truly underneath the surface here. Um, but it's almost as if mission accomplished, right? The driving ambition here is the tower moment. This is like it's somebody's tower moment, whether it's going to be disastrous for he and his bride, or if this would be disastrous for the monarchy. I would tend to think disastrous for he and his bride. But it feels very much like sabotage at any cost is worth the price. Um, this future event, this would tell me in context with them that this is perhaps we're going to be consulting with our um, medium that's on speed dial, allegedly. for entertainment purposes. Okay, so he's feeling in the past he couldn't say what he wanted to say. Nobody paid attention. Nobody loved me. Had to go eat worms. Since I found my soulmate in Maud, I mean Megan, Harold's felt empowered, and he might be wanting to communicate. I don't know, to check in with, see how Mother Diana would feel about this. I don't know. It's just kind of an odd thing. I also wonder too if there's something where he feels he might drop another little nugget, maybe in the Colbert thing that's supposed to be live-ish. I don't know. It doesn't mean that they can't agree to questions ahead of time. Um, but this his whole thing for this was that I it's like a spoiled person. I nobody's hearing me, nobody understands me, nobody gets me, nobody pays attention to me. Me, and I'm going to like throw the tables and upend all of your Scrabble games, and now you shall all pay attention to me. So this was his way. He has finally had that opportunity to get all eyes on him, to hear everything that he wanted to put out. So it's like he's had a cathartic moment of bleh onto the world. Sadly, we all had to listen to it. And then there's some idea here that there's an ability to fix anything. Nothing is unbreakable. Everything, we can figure it out. We can fix it, mend it, move forward. Oh, we can do it all. And but there's this obsession with, we wanted to get our truth out there. As he said, I think in the ITV, was that this is about him getting the history out there, historical truth. Anyhow, so it's had its intended consequences as far as he's seeing now. And it's just kind of like, well, I guess we're just going to wait and see. Um, Now there's been a lot of chitter chat about now what's the blushing bride thinking about over there? How is she feeling about everything that's come out? So let's see, what is the blushing bride feeling now that Harold has had all of his TV exposure. Did you find it funny too that there was the one story that Harold was afraid that William and Kate were going to hound Maud for her autograph because they were big fans of Suits, and then later it was just they had their, I guess, unconscious bias, or why is everything unconscious? Like nobody's awake through life. Anyhow, they just had their bias against her because she was an actress. uh, can we get any stories straight here? So, how is Maud, Megan, feeling now that Harry's been out there in the spotlight sharing his stories? Oh, I also I colored my nakedy people. You know, I don't want to get in trouble with the tube of the U for nakedy people. Um, Apparently that's a thing. So, anyhow, let's continue on here with how's good old Maud. Oh, Maud's happy. Oh, this is exactly what we wanted. Uh wow. Do you like my bikini on the Star Lady? I think it's quite fetching. I'm not sure if that's this year's fashion or not. Okay. Interesting. So this feels, now there was rumors that he wanted to can the project, the book at some point. And this feels like her energy is coming through, allegedly for entertainment purposes, tarot card reading. She's been pushing to get this over the finish line behind the scenes. Like this has been a burden to get him to get this out there. We're feeling very happy. Everything's been exposed. We're moving forward. We're sharing our truth, the stories that needed to be shared that we couldn't share before. There's this celebration. We're very excited. We're doing our right fighting. Yeah, take that. Um, Feeling like we've turned a corner. Now it feels like She's thinking, like, it feels like, allegedly, now it's our message, our story. We're leading the way of the new we're setting the messaging, and they will be following us. That's how they're interpreting how it's all going right now. Feels like the partners have done what they need to do. Now, this is interesting. There's a separation here. Somebody's leaving, parting ways. Now, is this parting ways from we're never going to talk about the royals again, or we're parting ways from each other? Could be both. But it looks like now we've turned the tables in our fortune and we can make anything happen. Okay, but that's on hers. Does he think they can make anything happen? I mean, he kind of was saying that in that last spread, like, oh, everything's mendable. Welcome to Delusion Junction. Let's look into this leaving card. I'm going to leave that there. Let's see what's behind the leaving. What are we leaving behind? What are we leaving behind? Harold and Maude. And if you haven't yet, come join me in the Moon Moth Manor. You can find it on my website, AlyciaWicker.com. Get access to exclusive videos and early releases over there. We're doing our live stream, live readings for the Manor members. That's happening January 18th, I believe. So, what are Harold and Maude walking away from? Oh, come on now. They ain't walking away from El Diablo. They are El Diablo, allegedly, in my opinion. Okay. Let's just pull it all out. See what we got. Do 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 do. Oh my. Interesting. There's some idea here that this relationship is paused. It's I'm wondering if the next few days are critical here. Because it feels like we're wanting to see how this is going to shake out with whatever's been going on. Like we've hit critical mass. We've almost as if this book was the pinnacle of their plans in terms of things they wanted to do. We whipped out all the stops. We made it all happen. Now we are kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. What our next strategic plans are and how we plan to fight back. And with that, there's do you like their outfits? I think their outfits are rather dashing. Him in his little swim trunks and her in her stylish bikini. Um, are we going to hit back together or not? Because there's this walking away. There is just this like up in the air type idea. We're waiting again to see what's going to happen. Things are kind of stagnant. We need to see all of it again. How does this we're fighting for right and it's destroying everything. Either that's them or the relationship. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, they're looking at their options. It's almost like, should I stay? Should I go? I'm wondering if we're going to be playing blame game here with each other. You made me share that. I didn't want to share that. You said it was going to be fine. This is not fine. Oh, but you feel good. You purged it. You got it out. Now you've put me in a position, and now this is almost. If I'm wondering if they're going to turn on each other here because it's like, okay, well, we're just going to play it by ear, see what's going to happen. Yes, there's going to be some things that, we'll probably have to fight back against, da, da, da. But, this major chapter has been completed. As for them, allegedly for entertainment purpose, tarot card reading, this looks like we're now evaluating how we're moving forward with the relationship. But should I stay? Should I go? There's some options here about how we're going to move forward. But I'm wondering here if they're not going to like turn on each other here if they haven't already. Okay. Then let's look into there was the story out that Harold wasn't going to have any role in the coronation. He's been he and others, not just him, have been written out of the standard ceremony, I guess, however that goes. Is is the royal family, you know, the evil stepmother and sausage finger Charles and Willie, are they willing to reconcile with Harold? There's been all the gossip that, Harold's just in a terrible place, that they're concerned for him. Um, Ideas that perhaps they're just waiting for this all to just come on out, and then once it comes out, they can bring him back in under their wing and, I don't know, take care of him, put him back in his little basement apartment. I don't know. But somehow bring him back into the fold, maybe not in a role where he's out in the open, but taken care of. So is the royal family willing to bring Harold back at some point in the future when things settle down? Mhm. Gosh, it feels like a recovery mission. Feels like a recovery mission. Yes, they would take they'll take Harold back. Damaged goods, no problem. It's like a Costco return. Uh, Bring it back. It's okay. No receipt, no problem. Damaged, you sat on the sofa for 12 years, bring it back. It's cool. It's that kind of idea. Um, there it's like understanding the situation that he allegedly is in, understanding that this is just a challenging time for him, but we are always family and we're willing to offer for him to come back to be under our very lavish castle protection system of the monarchy. He can come back, get his own Range Rover, and have some type of room somewhere. Planning for the future. It's almost as if we've been waiting for this monumentous disaster to happen. We're going to, um, I, I think there's one more thing that has to be something happens here with Harold, whether Harold decides to break up with Maud, maybe Maud decides to break up with Harold, or Harold decides to go into some type of place to take care of his problem with, you know, stuff like that. And then rescuing him from the situation. There's some event we're waiting for to happen. In the meantime, we're just going to keep it down low, planning planning for the future. It's almost like though there's been plans put into place ready to go in and recover him. Like he's one of their own and we're going to bring him back into the fold. We'd never leave a soldier behind kind of idea. And we're going to there's a plan in place. But yeah, they're willing to bring him back in. They're not going to leave one of their own out on the field, which I guess is commendable. Let's see, does Harold want to be rescued? I, it's so hard. I Who knows what's the truth anymore and he's talking about all of this stuff, as if, oh, I'm so happy with my life. It doesn't seem like it. Oh no, I'm not living in the past. Okay. Mm. Does Harold want to go back to the monarchy sans his bride? Hmm. Gosh, I don't know that he wants to go back and, have to be a, what would you say, working royal. I don't think that's the desire. Um, in a way, it's almost like he would not mind being a, how would you say, kept man, kind of taken care of. Um, Here he is bringing out his message. And here is somebody understanding the problems behind how this message was brought out and feeling that there has to be some level of give on this. There's a give and take that has to happen. There is some idea here that we're making a judgment, and there's probably some stuff here, but it's not that he's like racing to go back. There's some part that he's enjoyed being out of the institution. He's enjoyed that. But again, it looks like at some point we're moving forward. He's only wanting to move forward when all future roads are blocked for him, that there's nowhere else for him to go, nowhere else for him, like, you tried and now everything's just there's no more options for you unless you want to start like, you know, being like a washed up celebrity promoting a reverse mortgage. There, like, when you get to that point, that's when he feels like he would be amenable to going back. It's being that washed up star. Um, but there's definitely, like, I think he knows in the back of his mind that's probably where he's going to end up, because there's this transformation having to start all over again. Because the get rich quick scheme didn't happen here. I think he's going to have to go underground for a little bit of time here, whether that's going to a center for treatment or something else. We might have to see him go somewhere, go away for a while, kind of like every celebrity that got caught in some scandal and they had to go to rehab for whatever, when it's not even rehab, that kind of thing. But yeah, there's this idea like, I don't want to have to go back to this because I'm definitely upset. I thought we were going to make it. I thought we were going to survive or whatever. There's a definite like, not the not the solution that he wanted. So, okay then. I don't know, this drama feels like never ending, right? Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and hit the subscribe bell, not the scribe bell. We don't have those. Anyhow, and I will see you next time. Adios.